Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdi.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Mimeograph Monday with a twist. And we are going to use the cute legendary ride. I'll get it. It's an awesome motorbike stamp set. And it is so fun, and there is a card in the catalog that I just wanted to make. So that's what we're going to do today. So if you have been here before, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Diana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona, and I'm so glad that you're here, whether you've been here before or not. So today is my Mimeograph Monday with a twist, and that just means I'm going to be casing a project out of the catalog, and I do it how I think the card was made. And then I do a second card, so I'll be doing two projects, and I do a twist on the card. And this has been a really fun series, and I've had people requesting cards too, so I love that because I love the challenge. Now today, this is just one that I wanted to do, so this one isn't requested by anybody in particular. But if you have anyone that likes motorbikes, whether they have one or not, this is a great stamp set to have. So I'm going to turn the camera. Make sure you close your eyes just for a second while I get adjusted. I also want to go over, I have announced my March class on the mail kit, and you might be going, why did you announce it so soon? Because this is not even February. And that is because I'm not going to have a class in the mail kit for February because I have my virtual spring social. So that month will be my spring social and getting all prepared for that. But I want to be able to, so the registration's already open for the class for March because I want you to be able to earn celebrations still. So you'll have to pay in February, but then you'll get it in March. So I'll explain that all when I turn the camera. So again, close your eyes and I'll get adjusted really, really fast. All right. Okie dokie pokey. All right. So we have, so host code. So if you are new, I have a hostess code that I use every month, and this is the one that I'd like you to use if you are ordering less than 150. If you are ordering over 150, then don't use the code because then you'll be getting your own host benefits. But if you are ordering under less, then please use my hostess code, and then that allows me to keep sending the goodies and the guts each month. All right, and so this is the class I'm talking about. So we have, this is just to remind me of all the prices and stuff. Okay, so this is the March class in the mail kit. Now my the class in the mail for January was the Friendly Gnomes. So most of those went out already. So you should be getting those. There's a couple that haven't gone out only because they signed up later and I have to still get their stuff. But I would think they would go out this week as soon as the stuff gets in. All right. So so this is going to be my class in the mail kit for March. So it's the really cute Share a Milkshake. It also has a matching Share a Milkshake die. You'll be getting the opaque adhesive backed gems as well, and a cute little it's not candy, it's an ice cream cone pen, and I have an assortment. So this is just chocolate, but there's different color for the ice cream. So that is the class in the mail for March. So let me give you the details. So it's, now there's two different ways, actually three if you're a member of my team, but you can get it for $57 if you don't need the die. But you're going to need the die because when I'm using the die, I won't have those pieces cut ahead of time. So, but I want people to have the opportunity because you might have already ordered this, you know, ahead of time, and you go, oh my gosh, I still want to do your class, but I already have the bundle. Well, then you would probably pick this one because then you would just have to pick a different choice for the same price as this as the stamp set. So that's why I have it priced like this. All right. So anyway, so it's $57, and that includes a stamp set, no die, and the gems, and of course the little ice cream pen. Or you can do $86, and that includes the bundle. So that includes the stamp set and the die, the gems, but you'll also get to pick a celebration item. So again, that's why I'm started registration now, and it will run through February the 17th. Or if I sell out before then it will stop, you know, earlier than that. So you want to make sure that you sign up as soon as you can. And then it's going to be the supplies to make 5 projects. Now I'm still designing those, and so I don't have those to show you yet. The priority postage, the PDF with the close-up pictures, and a private video link so that you can make your projects along with me in the video. So what I mean about having 3 ways of getting this, if you are a member of my team can get my class in the mail kits for only $25, because all they get is the guts. So they just get, you know, the cardstock, the envelopes, you know, everything to make. But they would order, now they would get their little pen, you know, because that's not part of the bundle or whatever. But what they would do is on their own, they would order, you know, the stamp set, the die, and their gems. So anyways, now if I use ribbon, that's different, you know, because that's not a whole packet. Then that, of course, would be in with my team stuff. But if there's like a full packet of something, you know, that's part of the class, then they get that on their own. And now is a great time to join my team. I had a few girls already join just a few days ago, and it's a great time because you can get extra stuff in your starter kit, and you can even add little baby boho in your starter kit too. Now if you don't care for the color, you can get the white one as well, and that's only if you know, want the little guy. You don't have to. You can just do, you know, the regular starter kit without the little machine. Okay, so there we go. So that, it was a lot of information right at the beginning. So let me get this off my desk so we can get started. Okay, so let's get the catalog out here so I can show you what we're doing. All right, so because I mentioned this before, because I already have done this stamp set already for a Mimeograph, and I did this card, and I think I sent them all away, or I would show you. I did this card, but I wanted to do this one here because it's just super cute. So that's the one we're going to do today. So I have my recipe. Now you can get the recipes if you look on my blog. My blog is right over there. And they just go to the top of the blog header, and it just says current catalogs. If you click on that, it will open up the catalogs, and the recipes are there. So that way, if you, you know, want to do this yourself. All right, so this is what we're using. So it is the Legendary Ride. So it's this cute stamp set here, Legendary Ride. Now it does have a matching die, and notice this. The dies that starting with the new mini that we have the same name as the stamp set, and I'm so excited to see that. Also, some of the stamp sets, of course, because this is just me out of the top of my head, I wasn't preparing to tell you this. Some of the stamp sets come clear, photopolymer, and cling. So I'm apologizing that right now this is taking longer because I'm trying to find, because not all of them. So the Stampin' Up's just trying to give it, try to see how popular that is. And I love that idea. I have asked for them to do that like forever because I'm always like, we make the stamp set, so why shouldn't we be able to make them in cling and photopolymer? Here's one, here's one. All right, so right here. So I just want you to, because now, like the first time I put an order in, it just said Happy Labels bundle. It didn't say photopolymer or cling when you did the online store, and I was like, okay, did I pick the right one? I hope I picked the right one. So I contacted Stampin' Up. I said, can you make it say, like in the description? So now I think they have changed that. So when you are placing your order, you just want to make sure that if you see C, that means cling. So this is cling, red rubber. But if you see P, that means photopolymer, and I don't have a photopolymer one sitting on my desk, but you know what that means. It's the clear ones. So anyways, so you just want to make sure, you know, that you pick the right one, and at the same price. So even that was like, oh, the price is the same if the price was different. So they are testing that out. So make sure, you know, that you let them know if you like that or not, and just make sure when you're placing your order that you pick the right one, if it is one of the stamp sets that gives you that choice. All right, so I haven't done anything, and it's like 11 minutes into the video. Okay, so we also are using the really cute DSP, and it is Ready to Ride 12 by 12. And so this is how I store mine. So we used to have these, they're just 12 by 12 whatever. So I have like a 12 by 12 cabinet, and I just put my label on there. And then I just have, these are our Stampin' Up logo bags that we can get as demonstrators, and I just cut this to 12-inch, and I just put all my smaller pieces inside here when I've cut a piece of paper, and then this just goes in my cabinet, and then I always know to pick from here before I cut up a full sheet of DSP. And I do the same thing with my cardstock too. All right, so let's stop blabbing and get to the card. Now the card is a note card size, but I'm putting it in a regular size envelope. All right, so we have metal plate 3D folder. Okay, so I've already did that on my soft suede. So note card is 3.5 by 5. So I have all my pieces ready to go. Try to make this not be too long. Okay, and then my Tombow Multi. This is just the green tip glue that's in the catalog. I have just put it in another container. So this is just a 3.5 by 5 piece of soft suede, and it is cut the same size as the card, and we're just going to put that on the front. So I had originally made this be a regular size card, and then when I was laying the pieces on, I was like, okay, this card is smaller because this was way tinier for a regular size. And then I noticed it did say note card. All right, so this is some of the DSP that has some different designs on it, so it's super fun. This is a really cute pack of paper. All right, let me get some different dimensionals out. I have been using, these are foam adhesive ones, so they're thick. So I like these because look at how big they are. So sometimes when you're putting, you know, your dimensionals on, you have like 20 of them. These are the same as a dimensional, but they are like a whole sheet of them, so you can make it be as big as you want. So this just saves some time. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use some of these up because I have a couple packages of them. These also can be run through the cut and emboss machine. So if you have a die that's kind of you want it to be all the way stuck, you just put this right on the cardstock, run it through the machine, and it will cut out that shape. So that's pretty cool because it squishes it down real, like, see how squishy it is? It squishes way down and lets you cut. But I'm just using it for just dimensionals, so I don't have to put 1,000 dimensionals on there. All right, plus I want to make sure my bikes are not upside down. All right, so let's put this on here. Okay, we're also using pumpkin pie ink, And I did a stylus shapes with pale papaya. And we want this one to be Dad, You're the Coolest. So pumpkin pie on pale papaya. Okay. Then we have this really pretty rose paper. And we are just going to fussy cut. There is not a die that cuts this out, but it is super easy to cut out because it's DSP, which stands for Designer Series Paper. So it's super easy to cut out. So I am just going to fussy cut out this. So hopefully you had fun on the weekend. I'm out in Santan Valley, like I said, Arizona. When we moved out here a long time ago, it was Queen Creek, and then Queen Creek kind of spit us out and made us be our own little town or whatever. And it is growing by leaps and bounds. If you have been out here, if you've not been out here in forever, you won't even recognize the place. But the Home Depot opened up over the weekend, and I think we've been there 3 times already. Oh my gosh. So I don't know. Jeff was probably more excited than I am about Home Depot, but still, I think even girls like Home Depot for stuff. So it's kind of nice to have one a little closer than the one we had before. We're also getting a Costco, which is exciting. That one probably excites me more than Jeff. So, all right. So this is just going to cut out quick. So I'm not being too, just kind of wiggling around those flowers. All right. So then these are just going to get stuck on here. I'm just using that Tombow glue again. So I'm just sticking them on there. And I'm just kind of putting the glue kind of in the center, just because that's where, like if I want to come out a little bit with it. See how it's sticking out just a tad? I don't want to have glue out there. All right. Then we have this ribbon here, and I have used this before, and this is it has a real red with it. So this is the real red and burlap ribbon. So it's a combo pack of ribbon. And it is so cute with that stitched edge. So we're going to use a couple pieces of that with the tear tape. So sometimes it's always fun when I'm doing these to figure out, like, well, they say they used this or that, but you're not sure where they used it. But I'm always certain on the tear tape is when they do the ribbon, because it's a good way to tack your ribbon down. All right, so then this just kind of goes kind of at an angle like that, and then just want to really rub with your finger so that sticks to the ribbon, and then just peel that off. And then somebody emailed me that you usually have nail polish on, and I'm like, I know, I usually have my nails all pretty, but I'm just giving them a break. And then Jeff was like going on about, there was something on the news about using the lights, right, to dry your gel polish, because that's what I do. I was using the gel polish, and he's saying, you know, it's causing cancer, and I know my hands are really old looking, so I'm sure that didn't help. So I'm like, well, maybe I just won't polish them, like even when they recover. It might just be ugly nails. All right, so then we're going to put this right here, And I'm just trying to make that Dad, you're the coolest, kind of straightish. All right, then we have these fun little pictures. Now this is part of the DSP that's got the checkers behind it. So I'm going to cut this out. Now when they cut it out, they cut it right on the line, and I'm just going to be cutting it off of the line a little bit. So that will be a tad bit different. But this is so fun because there's a bunch of different motorbike jackets. So when I did my twist card, I picked a different jacket and a different helmet, and I made it be more of a girly card. All right, so here's our coat. And then there's like a, I guess that's not a backpack. What would this be? A satchel maybe? And so this is easy to cut out too. All right, then we have some boots. Now I had to fiddle fart to get the right angles of the boots. I'm not sure what this is, but we're not using that. All right, so like I said, this is really easy. This would be this is what you want to do while you're watching TV, is do all this fussy cutting. And you just want to make sure you have good lighting so you don't cut anything off like a finger, which is more important than cutting off part of the boot. But anyways, so I don't mind fussy cutting. And you just want to have a good pair of snips. And these are just the paper snips that we have in the catalog. All right, then we have these cute little gloves. And they are separated. So hopefully you're as excited as me about the milkshake class, because that is such a cute bundle. I used it for one of my guts cards for January. So when I was gabbing at the beginning, I mentioned goodies and guts, and I used the milkshake set for one of the guts cards. And I just knew that I had to do that as a class when I made that one. So you won't do that one, but you could certainly make it later. Okay, so we have all our little pieces. So now we're just going to assemble. Now some of this I'm putting on with the green tip, like the little coat. I'm just going to put a little green tip, because I want it like right on the card, because then the other stuff is going to be popped in front. All right, so this is going to be green tip too, because it's directly on the card. All right, let's see, this glove. So anything I want direct, I'm just putting on with the green tip. All right, so that's direct. And one of the boots. All right. Then the other ones that are going to go on the front, I'm going to put them on with dimensionals, so they've got a little bit of dimension to them. All right. So let's just use our baby ones, since I have them right handy. All right. So let's put a boot. So my twist card, as I always say every week, was kind of fun, because I'm like, okay, how do I change this up? And I wanted the twist card. All right, so I'm going to put those there. I wanted the twist card to be like a girly one, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to change this because this is obviously it says dad, so it's for a guy. All right, so we'll put the helmet on there. So here is that. Now the inside, I'm just going to put a piece of Very Vanilla, so we can write something on the inside if we want. And Very Vanilla is in this DSP, so that's why I'm choosing that. All right, so there is the first one. All right, so now let's do my twist. All right, so we have, so like I said, I'm going to make the twist a girl card. So to me, girl means pink. I don't know if that's politically correct or not, but that's just me. When I see pink, a pink girl, it's really girly, but who knows? All right, I don't want to offend anybody. But anyway, so I picked Polished Pink, which is the cutest pink. And this time, I'm making the card regular size. So this is a regular size card, not a note card. So you can see the difference, just so you know, like a note card size. All right. I also wanted to use that metal plate 3D. So I did this on the pink, on the polished pink, and it looks super cute. And then this is just going to get glued right on. Now, and this time I cut it a little smaller so that you can see the card behind. I also wanted to use, so this is that really pretty black glossy rose paper, but I wanted to use this side because I just love that matte kind of look to it. So we're going to put that on here, and let me use some of these again just to speed this up. So you can cut it any length. Let's see. Here we go. You can see I've been using it for other things, so it's all kind of weird shapes. But hey, nobody sees what your dimensionals look like underneath. All right. And then I'll put one in the center so the center doesn't sag. And you could do them smaller. I'm just trying to make it be so the video is not super long. All right, so we're just going to peel these off. Okay, and then this is going to go in the center. That looks pretty good. All right, I also used the same circle, but I ran this through. Now this is the silver foil, and I ran it through that hammered metal plate as well, because I just, you know, you've got to have like that metal look. I wanted to change my ribbon, so I grabbed the polished pink, so it goes with the cardstock, and this is the open weave ribbon. So we want a piece about this long. I can trim it later. All right, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the tear tape. Just stick that on the card. And tear tape just, you know, it's very strong. And you just tear it to rip it. We used to have different ones that you had to cut. I mean, I still sometimes use the scissors on it, but years ago we had, it was a red tape and you had to cut it. All right, so I'm just rubbing that on there really good. And then peel that off. So now we've got more of a feminine-y ribbon. Is that a word? Feminine-y. All right, again, squeeze that really good. So if you did my Friendly Gnomes class, you should be getting them very soon, because they went out. Oh my gosh, come on, get off of there. They went out Saturday. All right, so let's stick that on there. Kind of crooked too, kind of like at an angle like that. All right, then we're going to take this right into the center. And we just use these guys. Then I wanted to add a little bit of color to our DSP, our little clothing and stuff. I wanted to pick a different satchel so it looked more pursy like, and I also picked a different coat. All right, different jean or leather jacket. All right, so stick that on there. It looks kind of almost in the center. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, the inside of the card. Let's do that while I have this out. So I am going to decorate the inside, and I'm just using a piece of that DSP. And this is, again, Very Vanilla, because Very Vanilla is in the DSP. And I just love this paper. I just like that matte kind of look. We have some other masculine paper. I think it's He's All That or something like that. That's in the main catalog, and it kind of reminds me of those colors. All right, so they would go great together. All right, so this is just going to go on the inside, so you can write a note, whatever you want. All right. I'm also going to do a different greeting, because this one, I don't want this one to go to a guy. I mean, it can, but I don't want it to say Dad. So we're going to have it be right on, it's your birthday, and that way it can be for a guy or a girl, and not just for your dad. All right, so we'll let that dry, and then we're just going to fussy cut that out, because this time I put this pattern on here, so I can't stamp on that like I did for the other card. All right, so let's get our little whatchamacallits. So these are the pieces that I chose, and let me get my blends. And we're just going to color really quickly on the DSP with our blends. All right, so I didn't pick a lot of colors because I just want to keep it, you know, fairly simple. All right, so what is this? This is Cajun, and just so that I have a little bit of color on, you know, the laces, the rivets, or whatever the heck those are on the bag, the buckle. All right. Then we want to do our goggles, so I'm just doing light Pool Party on our goggles. Then we're going to do a lot of polished pink. Not a lot, but just, you know, here and there. All right, so the inside of my coat, I want it to have like a polished pink liner. So I'm just using that on the inside. I don't want to have it be a full pink coat, but I do want it to have some pink here and there. And this is just a light polished pink. So the belt's going to be pink. Again, the inside of the coat will be pink. I want my little boots to have some pink as well. I know when Jeff and I were carnies when we first met. Isn't that weird? But it's true. I had me a pretty cool pair of work boots, and I have no clue whatever happened to them. All right. I might have wore them out, but I would think they would have lasted forever, but who knows. All right, let's see where else am I going to put some pink. I also want my hat to have a lot of pink. So we're going to have this be pink. I need to do the visor. So this is pink. The strap. And this. And this. I think that's all the pink I'm doing. And then this goggly thing. Right. Okay, and the boots. So let's see here. We want the boots to have that Cajun on the bottom. And I still, even old as I am now, I still love me a nice pair of boots. All right, so let's put a little bit of pink on our gloves. So we're just going to put pink on the gloves, but I'm going to also be using smoky slate on these for the leather. All right. I was trying to see what I did with the other one. All right. Now some of these are probably truth to tell, they're probably like holes, you know, I'm assuming. All right, so I think that's good. That's good. That's good. Now the rest we're just going to do smoky slate, and this is kind of like Fonzie's coat, and I want one of these coats. I think I tried one of these on with my friend Melissa one time, and it's one of those purchases that you look back and you go, why didn't I get that coat? But because I love these collar, you know, kind of coats. But anyways, all right, so this is just light smoky slate, and I'm trying to do it quickly but not be a slob about it. Because this is too cute a card. All right, so I'm just color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this up while I color all these out and while I cut them out. So I'm going to speed the camera up so you don't have to listen to me blab. You don't have to watch me color and cut out, and then we'll come back and assemble our card. All right, last of the glove. Okie dokie. We also want to cut this. And I'm just fussy cutting this as well. And let's do this at an angle, just like the writing is. All right. so let's put our card together. Let's bring our card over. I don't need this. All right, bling, bling, bling. I'm also going to put bling on it. All right, so let's get our pieces. So we have our Ride On, It's Your Birthday. And I'm going to use some more of that thicker, well, it's not thicker, but the bigger dimensionals. All right, so Ride On, It's Your Birthday. And then we're just going to start building. Now this time, since I have a lot of color going on, I am going to pop everything up just so that it stands up a little bit more away from our silver. So I'm just going to use the baby dimensionals, and I'm going to keep them towards the center so that if the coat hangs off a little bit, I'll be able, you know, it won't interfere. And if I want to stick anything up underneath the coat, it also won't get, the dimensionals won't be in the way of it. All right, so we've got our cute little coat. I just love this so much. All right, we also have this fun little satchel, and this just reminded me more of a purse than the other one. So we're using that. I think I would, not only do I like boots and shoes, I do have a little bit of a purse problem too. I love me some purses. All right, so let's see here. So we're going to put our little purse here, just kind of at an angle. So look how she's all coordinated and so in style. All right, so we also want our gloves. And I'm going to actually put a little bit of green tip glue on here. And I'm going to glue my gloves together like that, so that I've got my gloves are going to be stuck together. And then I'll put my dimensional here. And then they're going to just, you know, be right here on the edge. We also have boots. So let's see here. We want a boot on here. So same thing. I'm going to glue the top of the boot to the coat. So it's being held here. Then this one, I'll put a dimensional. So we'll put our dimensional on here and here. And then just kind of make our boot be kind of cockeyed like that. All right. So how do you think? What do you think? I think it looks adorable. Okay, so let's put a little bit of bling bling. Now, speaking of goodies and guts, these are the goodies for the month of January. Iridescent pastel gems. So if you order 75 from me before tax and shipping online in my store in the month of January. Now, if you now, you don't have to just do my store. You can also email me your order. You just have to order 75 before tax and shipping. Then I will send you a pack of these with your January thank you card the first part of February. So like I said, these are the really pretty iridescent pastel gems. And let's put, and I do have a video that shows the goodies and the guts. Oh, I forgot my hat. Hang on a minute. I was like, what's missing? And it's the hat. And I could not resist this hat because this looks like a hat I would wear. I wear glasses, so I need something to protect my glasses. And I wear hearing aids, so I'm thinking I would need some sort of flap to go over my ears so my hearing aids don't go flying out all over the road. All right, so that's me, maybe thinking a little bit too much. Jeff says I'm too much of a thinker, but that was just me thinking, if this was my card, this is why I would pick things. All right, so now we can put our hat on there. Where do I put? I want to put it. There we go. Okay, so there's the hat. Okay, so let's go back to the bling. So we have our iridescent pastel gems, and I want to use, let's see, I used the clear ones before. I think I'm going to use these ones, and then we'll show you the difference. All right, so I'm going to put one. Of course, the bag has to have some bling on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there is a little bit of fancy bling on our card. All right, so let's see here. Let me show you. So this is the one I did earlier, and the little things are in a different placement, I think, kind of. And then this one I used the whitish one, so they still shimmer and shine. All right, so let me move this off to the side, and let me show you the catalog version. So here's the catalog version, and that is on page 68 of the mini catalog is where you'll find this one. So here's the catalog version, and then here is my twist. Now on this card I just put this DSP, but the card I did earlier I put this, because when you're cutting out these little roses along the edge of the card of the DSP are these roses that are off, like there's not a full rose, and I don't want to waste it. So if I just trimmed it out and then I just put it in the corner, then I'm not wasting any of that DSP at all. So that just makes it look, you know, has a little bit different, but I wanted to share that with you. So there is, again, catalog version and my twist. Let me know what you think, which one you like the best, if you have any requests at all. And if I have the stamp set, I will do it. All right, so let me say see you later, alligator. All right, so tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 162, I will be doing, ta-da! And then this is the new Key to My Heart. So it just came. So I haven't even unwrapped it. So this is what we'll be doing tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays. So like I said, if you ever have a request for my Mimeograph Monday with a Twist, just reach out to me and I will do that. If I have it, like I said, I don't own all the stamp sets, but I'll let you know if I can or not. And I think that's all I have to share with you today. Thanks so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye for now.